Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we have a 2004 Ford Explorer. Today we're going to be changing the rear parking brake shoes. Now, as you can see, I did take the axle out so we can gain a little bit of room around that, but this will give you a good idea what it looks like underneath the axle that normally covers it up. Now, you can use cutting pliers, you can use locking vice grips, whatever you have. And you just take the spring off like this. Now in this case we are going to reuse these springs over again, so we're going to hold on to it. We're going to take off the self-adjuster spring down here as well. And we're going to take this one, we're going to clean it off obviously. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our star out right here. Now you want to remember the direction. That was facing towards the front, so that's the way it's going to go back in. Now we are going to turn this star so that it's actually all the way closed. We're going to turn it all the way in because we do have new brake shoes going on. So we're going to turn this all the way in, which it is right now. We're going to clean it up a little bit, of course. We're going to get that grease off of here. And now we're going to take our brake shoes off. Now, the shoe, the way you take it off is you just push down on this little clip right here. And you see that little pin? See how it pushes up? And now we'll take this out. Now normally we would throw them away, but in this case we're using them over again. I'm going to tap it down a little bit. And I will push in one more time here. And we're going to hold the pin in the back. How you doing? Hi. Give me 1 minute. Push in a little bit more here. And I'm going to take that pin off just like that. And then we're going to take these shoes and we're going to pull them in this way. So that they actually collapse onto each other. Take it off like this, and we're going to clean this up a little bit. And once this is cleaned up, then we're going to come back and we'll put the new shoes on, but let's clean this up a little bit first. Okay, now that we have everything cleaned up, we're going to put a little bit of the synthetic brake grease every place that the brake shoe is going to touch. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put this shoe on here first. And the way it goes on is just like this here, but before we put this on, you see in the back, hey Julie, you see in the back right here, this spring, this goes in this way. You will not be able to get that in later on, so we have to do that now on this shoe before we put it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off this shoe, and we're going to take that spring off this way. And then we're going to take our new one, put it back on the same way it came off, and we're going to put this in the trash, of course. Now, we're not going to put that second spring on yet. Now we'll come right back. Okay, let's try this again then. Okay, so we're going to take our, I will recommend you move the bucket down underneath it, because if this shoe falls, it's going to fall in that greasy bucket. All right, so we're going to take this now, and we're going to put it in place here where it belongs. And we're just going to let that spring hang for now. We're going to put this little pin through here like that. And we're going to hold the pin from the back. Take the clip, put the clip over the top. Push it in. And you just let that pin, let that lock piece come down over the top. Just like that. Now that looked easy, right? You're going to have a pain in the rear end doing that. I know it's not that easy. That actually went a lot smoother than it's supposed to. Okay, next thing we're going to do now is we're going to take this shoe, we're going to take this spring, and in the back right there, we're going to hook that spring on like this, and then we're going to take it like this. We're going to push it up where it belongs. And for now, we're just going to let this sit for just 1 second here. We're going to grab our star. Now remember, the star was facing towards the front, right? So we're just going to push this back. And this is just temporary right now. We're going to push it back, put our star in place like that. And we're going to put that pin back in through there. We're going to take our lock clip, we're going to put it over the top, and we're going to hold that pin from the back now. And then we're going to take it like this, take our screwdriver, put it on here like this. And you see how that lock pin now is locked in place. All right, now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our spring that was down on the bottom right here. We're going to reattach it like this. And we're going to take our other spring that we previously removed. We're going to put it on here like this. And now we're going to pull the spring and we're going to hook it right on there. You want to make sure that you don't pop yourself in the chin. Okay, and that's it. Now our parking brake shoes are on. Our star is closed up all the way, and that's it. We're all set. All right, so after we have our brakes all finished in here, I just wanted to show you what it looks like with the axle not in the vehicle. Sometimes it's easier just to pull the axle out to do the job than it is to try to fight to get around it. Personal preference. Now, it can be done with the axle still in there. It just makes it a lot tighter to get in there and work with the tools. But it can be done without taking the axle out. That's normally how I do it. Most of the time, the customer does not want to go for the additional money. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.